Hello, hello. April here with Alea Creative. So excited that you are here to join me. We are going to do some art journaling, smash journaling, eclectic journaling. I have absolutely no plan with what I'm going to do. The notebook that or journal that I have open here is my latest Just Play journal for May, probably May and June. It is freshly thin. I haven't decorated the cover. I did start on the inside here. This is my Just Play journal. I do this large size. This is volume number 10. And then I also do a mini one, and that is the one that I will actually have the free little mini course on how to create these in the smaller size. So let's get started. So here I have not done my prompt list or my bonus prompts for this, but I did do the Just Play and I did set up that. I haven't done a dedication on it yet, and I'm not feeling the mood to do that. I have not prepped very many pages in this. Usually I am prepping the pages for the next month as I'm working in the current months, but I, for whatever reason, didn't get started on this one. It's because I had to go buy one. I was actually out. That's why. So I think the first thing that we are going to do is just warm up by prepping a page. So these are pages where I have glued 2 or 3 pages together, so they're already glued and ready for some backdrop. I use the backdrop because I don't like working on a white page. I mean, that's not true. A blank page. I don't like working on a blank page. I like to start with something that already has a good amount of color on it. So I'm just looking for a little bit of scrap paper here. Some printer paper here to protect the pages. I don't always do this, but it is better. It is better when I do. So just looking. So I did blue, purple, yellow, and pink. So it sounds like it's time for some green. So I'm just going in with my folk art, and I'm going to do my paint scraping. I enjoy this process. There's lots of other ways that you could prep or cover your pages, but I really just enjoy doing this. This is just a Sugar Bell fondant tool that I got from somewhere at some point from like baking and icing cakes. I didn't get it for that purpose. I thought that would make a great art tool, and I love it very much. I have a larger one too. So we've got that, and that is a lot of color. So since I have a gesso here handy, probably glued shut because you could definitely use a more professional way of doing this. Don't leave it where it gets all glued up like that and you have to open it and splat it on your page. That'd be a good idea. I'm a messy creator and I have made peace with that. Okay, I was going to add another color green, but actually I think I'm just going to go in with some of the same. We're just going to you could do this on a palette. That's probably, ooh, that made a funky little smeary spot that I didn't. Interesting. So this is going to cover some of the lines, which is good. if you want to cover the lines. Oh, that was pretty. That. And so you don't have to go all the way to the edges. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. It just depends on my mood, I'm feeling. I got quite a bit of stuff in the edge in there. Right. It's just a background, so does not matter. I'm going to be putting the stuff over the top of it. I absolutely do not in any way need it to be pretty. Let's see. Gesso. Okay, you know it's not going to work. You know it's not going to work because it's all blob shut. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, where'd you come from? Blob shut. This. It's going to go right over to the edge. Here. Here. You can do slippies and it gives it some different looks. Sometimes I like it to just be a solid color because it's pretty easy to work over a solid color without the background completing too much. But in these journals, they are just for fun. They are just for creating and playing, thus the name, Just Play Journal. So we do not need to worry too much. Now, I do have that kind of spot there. And I was thinking about getting that out. I'm going to. You can see it doesn't go all the way to the edge there. That's okay. It's a background. We have a background. And so we're just going to pull those papers out and we're going to set this side to dry. That is my favorite way to work, is to move from journal to journal. I'm going to go into, oh, not this one. This is finished. I need to do a flip through of that one. We're on a hunt to find out where I have put the latest one. Travel journaling with me today. Then, actually, I did not travel journal, but that reminds me, here are my receipts from my journey today, which I'll get to stick in there, so that's good. A little on the go kit. Just gonna pull that out. All right. So here is our little baby May Just Play journal. And I haven't done anything in this. I haven't set the prompts up, just done a couple of pages. So since we've got this out, we are glued and ready for paint, we're just going to go in with some of the paint that we already have out. Maybe this has got blue. I feel like if I'll go in with blue, it's probably going to cover it. This is from I was using this as a swatch for an art class I was doing. And you're supposed to use like a gel pen and then use that as like a watercolor. And my pen didn't do. Okay, so we're going to kind of wipe this off. This paper will be used for another purpose. I'm just going to do the same thing here. Since it's small, it doesn't take nearly as long as the large, obviously. Obviously. So as I am working here, I will share a story time. A weird thing that happened to me today. So I decided that for Mother's Day, I wanted to have a little Mother's Day tea party for myself and my kids. And so I decided today that I wanted to go to TJ Maxx and get maybe some tablecloths, some little tea cups, tablescape stuff. And I wanted to go to Ross, check there as well. And because my kids don't really love going to Home Goods with me all the time, Josh certainly doesn't. They decided to stay home and was still asleep. And so I went and I was contemplating, I was in deep contemplation over the tablecloths. I did not buy a tablecloth. And I could rant about why that is. And let's just say it's because my table is tall and square. And all the tablecloths that I found were oblong and massive. And I was like, oh, you could just cut it down. And then I was like, April, you're never going to cut it down. You're not going to do it. You know this. It's not going to happen, right? So I'm in deep contemplation and I'm really happy because the store is not very crowded and no one is in my way. So I don't have to hurry. And I am just over there contemplating all things that have to do with nothing important and having a good time enjoying my quiet shopping time. And I am approached by a young gentleman, and I say young gentleman because he was young. And I need another journal before I continue this story for tomorrow. So I am just there in the tablecloth aisle, and he comes up, and I am 47. I maybe don't look exactly 47. I maybe look a tiny bit younger than that, some people say. But clearly, I am not young as this person was. I would say 20s. No way they were out of their 20s. Lovely young man comes up. He says something to me. I cannot understand a word he said. He was speaking too quietly. My ear is swollen, my ear infection thing, so sinus infection. So I'm like, I'm so sorry. Can you repeat that? I thought maybe he was going to ask me to help him find something in the store. That's something that happens to me a lot. I'm shopping away. People, for some reason, like to stop and ask me where things are. I don't mind if I know, I'll help. But I don't know that I'm really the most approachable person. Why this person approached me, but they did. They came up to me and they were like, "Hey," he's like, "I just wanted to give you a compliment," and I'm like, "Okay." Internally, I'm going, "This is weird." So at this point, I understand he's probably not asking for something in the store. My radar goes up immediately that there is something coming. Like he is going to try to give me a free sample, sell me something, introduce me to Jesus, some ask me for something, there's something coming here. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, he's being very kind and nice, and I will hear him out. And I really just want to get back to my tablecloth shopping. So I'm like, yeah, sure. And he's like, well, you're very beautiful. I was like, oh, thank you. And I can only imagine at this point that my face is probably doing things that are opposite of what my mouth is doing. So I don't know why this person stayed to talk to me because I'm positive that I was not giving off vibes. I was being friendly, I was being kind, but I'm pretty sure if you were watching body language, I'm like moving slightly backwards. I'm not sure if he's gonna rob me. He's not giving that vibe, but I'm like protecting my purse a little bit. I'm like being, spatially aware of what's going on, which I wasn't before the tablecloths. I was just completely lost. To everything going around on me. So here we are, and he is just continues on, and he's like, "Can I ask you another question?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure. Ask me another question. Go for it. We're already here doing this weird thing. Why not continue?" And he was like, "Are you single or married?" And then I was like, I don't know what you're getting at here. So now I'm thinking he wants to I'm thinking back to the perfume samples. I'm like, okay, he wants to sell me perfume or something. Because I remember a long time ago that used to be something that people would approach you and then they try to give you perfume samples or and then try to sell you perfume in the parking lot. Very, very odd thing. And so I'm prepared for it to be that. And I'm like, yeah, and I don't know how to answer this question. It has stumped me because um, I am single, but I don't want to say that I'm single and I'm not married. So the question should have been easy, but I made it awkward, which is okay because he is already making this awkward, even though he's being very nice, very polite. And I'm like, so I am demisexual. And he looks very confused. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to explain demisexual to this complete stranger who doesn't know it. And then I'm like, April, why'd you even say that? I'd hoped maybe that it would just stump him and he'd go away. But he was like, oh, and I can tell he doesn't know what to say. And now I feel awkward. And I'm like, so yeah, so I just give him a short version. I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested in relationships, right? I'm not interested. I don't do relationships. Because I don't want one. I don't want one. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he turns and he kind of walks off. And I'm like, okay, thank goodness. Okay, well, he didn't try to sell me anything. He didn't try to sell me cable. He didn't try to get sign up for solar. You know, I'm still like, he's way young to be asking me this, but me trying not to be judgmental. And then and then he comes back. He like turns, he does a half turn, he comes back, and he's like, uh, can I ask you something else? I'm like, okay. I'm like, sure. And he's like, okay, so can we be friends? And I'm like, and I was like, and then I was like, this is weird. I said, this is weird. He's like, oh, yeah, it is kind of weird. And I'm like, so, um, no, I mean, I don't really. And then I was like, I'm an introvert. I don't really like. So I'm not, I'm sorry, but no, I'm not interested in having friends. And and then he is like, okay, I'm an introvert too, like mirroring that back to me. So he's like, I understand, but are you sure, you don't want to, I just want to, I was like, so why are you asking this? I was like, why is this weird? Why are you asking this? And he was like, well, I just want to get to know people. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I said, you're very nice. It's nothing against you, but I'm not interested. Thank you. Have a great day. I hope you find the connection that you're looking for. And he left. And I thought about following him around the store to see if he was like going up to other people and doing this because I feel like there was something here. Like if we got connected enough, he would have asked something. Now, if if for some reason this person was being genuine and I like traumatized them with my awkwardness, I would feel bad about that. Just I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it was like a scam of some kind? They were gonna try to sell me something or get me to like try to buy them something? I don't know. It's weird, you know. And the other part of it is I just really didn't want to talk to anybody. I just really wanted, and so my shopping was kind of weirded out after that. I just finished up and then I went to go get something to eat real quick. Because of course I got hangry and I was just weirded out. So I wasn't really paying attention to the time or what I was doing. And I was like, well, kind of where I'm at, I'll go in the breakfast and lunch place over here and get like a breakfasty lunchy thing. And so I get out, I park, I go up to the door and like it's closed. It's closed because they close at 2 and it's like 2:05. And so then I'm just like, well, I've already got out of my car. So I just go to the next place that's close, which happens to be Salada, which I've never been in before, but it is something where I will like, you know, tease my kids about going every time we're going to eat. I'm like, well, there's Salada. We could go there. And no one ever wants to go because, it's salad. And so I went in and had a salad and I was going to do some journaling while I was there, but I was just the whole vibe of the previous encounter just kind of got me weirded out. So I did not. So the green page is dry. So that was my story time. Now let's go back over and do some more sticking in. So we've got the cookie from Savada, and we've got my receipt here Did I just put that off? Now, when I put my receipts in here, if I care that they are preserved, if they're important, I might put tape or something over them because they will fade in here. But I honestly don't care. It's really just to use up something that would otherwise go in the trash and add some layers in here. So this is one from Potbelly from the other day. This was the flyer that I got for the Walmart um, week that they did for being a Plus member. And I'm going to do like a little flippy thing underneath it. And this is, of course, the cookie jar. This was a chocolate chunk rainbow cookie. It was actually pretty good. Not a big oatmeal fan, because so often you can be traumatized with the raisins paired with it. I can be traumatized. I don't like raisins in cookies. But this one was pretty good. Oh, it didn't have raisins. She rang it up as a raisin, so it scared me. And I had to like do a double take, make sure that it was actually chocolate oatmeal, and it was yummy. So this is already sticky. I'm gonna pull that off. And let's stick it over the top of that. There. I do want to see if this sticker will come out too. Kind of. Oh yeah, let's do that one up here. Anyway, I mean, it was a good salad. It was overpriced in my opinion. Um, so definitely not a major thing. Kind of feeling like I haven't done a lot in this journal yet. And since I don't have my prompts, I don't have like a go-to prompt to use. Oh, here's some of that paper that I was using here, and it kind of goes with this. Yeah, I think I'll use that there. So this was from Paper Play 2, which you'll probably see me use a lot, from Amy Tangerine. So fun. I highly recommend getting this. It just has some great papers that you can use in your junk journaling, art journaling, smash booking, whatever you want to call it. All right, so that is all the ephemera that I have set aside for this one. Let's try to use up some stickers because I am on a goal to use things up. So we're just going to go through the bucket I have closest to me to see if anything jumps out at me. And let's use some of these Chrissy Ann's. Okay, with this, that's not how this works. What on earth? Sticker. All right, so I did go ahead and speed this part up because I ended up putting these stickers and then just doing a little bit of journaling about my strange encounter. So filling that in here, but didn't want to take you through that whole process because it took a long time to write that little bit for some reason. But anyway, I am so glad that you joined me today and for my little art time and for my story time about my strange encounter. Again, don't forget below, let me know what your opinion of that strange little encounter is. And also, I invite you to like and subscribe if you find this video enjoyable. It really does help the channel out a lot. And in the links description below, I will include supplies I may have used in case you're interested in that. And most of all, if you're interested in my upcoming information about my free mini course that's coming out for the little mini Just Play journals, then make